Hello, I'm going to use these Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards to pick the piles, and then what we're going to do is do a tarot reading for each one of these, okay? And then at the end, I'm going to turn the card around and see what the extra message from the Oracle is for you, okay? So let's choose the piles. So we've got this one for pile 1, this one for pile 2, you can see that, and this one for pile 3, okay? So have a little look and see what you fancy, and then if you pop to below, we've got the timestamps to go straight to your reading, okay? So let's make a start. Hello everybody who chose this one, which is number 1. So we won't turn it around just yet, we'll wait and see, and we'll start with a tarot reading for you, okay? So let's give it a quick shuffle and we'll do a Celtic cross and we'll just see what comes out for you, okay? So what messages do we have for everyone who chose pile 1? Please. Let's have a look. Alright, let's move that there. So your energy coming through at the moment is strength. Okay, what's helping or hindering you is the King of Cups. What brought you to this reading today is the Emperor. Your subconscious, we've got the Two of Wands. Just move these. Okay, and in your conscious mind, we've got Judgment. Then coming straight for you, we've got the Queen of Wands. And then going forward from this, we've got your energy is the Ten of Wands. We've got the situation or outside influences coming in as the Four of Wands, which is really good. And then hopes and fears is coming out as the Seven of Cups. And then outcome is the Eight of Cups. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just go through and clarify as we need to as we go along. Alright, so let's have a look at your energy. So we've got, let's have a look, we've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana, so it's fairly significant going on at the minute for you, and you're coming through as strength, so it's kind of a reminder to, you know, obviously have courage, and it's a card of gentle persuasion. It's basically also you have a lot of potential, and you're going to get the best out of yourself by using self-compassion, being kind to yourself, and by doing that you're going to be able to overcome obstacles a lot easier than you would if you were going to like beat yourself up or kind of be too harsh on yourself and things like that, because I feel like that's maybe what has happened in the past with the Emperor here, where you've been a bit too strict or you've been kind of tough with yourself. To kind of back up the strength here, we've got what's helping or hindering you, and that's the King of Cups. So that's definitely someone who has control over their emotions and is kind of on an even keel, because they sort of honour their emotions and respect their emotions, but they also are very understanding, and they are compassionate to others. So it's really, again, I feel like reminding you to be compassionate to yourself at this time with whatever it is you're going through. So that's kind of the message I'm getting for those briefly there. And then what's brought you to this reading is you could be being a little bit too hard on yourself and being too strict with yourself, and the Emperor is somebody who's very structured and very disciplined, and it could be that you kind of aren't really getting anywhere with that mindset. It maybe needs to be some balance here, because you're kind of wanting to step into a whole new phase of life, and maybe being reevaluating things, and from these few cards in the beginning, I feel like you're ready for like a big change and kind of going into like a level up, and going into some sort of part of your life that feels a lot more genuine and authentic for you. And so I feel that you maybe have been too rigid and sort of trying to do something, like I say, maybe trying to force yourself to do things that aren't really in alignment with you, or not really kind of in harmony with you inside, and it's your subconscious is kind of saying, yes, I've achieved a certain amount, but I kind of want to see what else I'm able to do, and what's really gonna inspire me, and what I'm really here for, and things like that. And I think it feels like it's time to kind of use that gentle persuasion, rather than kind of trying to force yourself to do something that doesn't fit you, or force yourself to do something out of kind of like, it just feels like you might be kind of being too strict with yourself, or pushing yourself too far, when you should be kind of taking care of yourself, and kind of, you get more out of things, and you'll get more done, I think, if you use self-compassion and take care of yourself. And that's how you're going to be overcoming obstacles, is not by forcing, and kind of using being over disciplined, and kind of punishing yourself or anything. I think you're going to get much more done, much more out of life, by having compassion for yourself, and encouraging yourself, going for what you want, rather than focusing on what you don't want, and what you feel you've done wrong, because the judgment is coming along to kind of invite you into this whole new phase of your life, where you kind of drop what doesn't work for you, and your subconscious is wanting to do something more, is wanting to go out and expand more into the world, and see what else can you do. And I think you can encourage yourself much more by having that self-compassion, that understanding, and being gentle with yourself, than you can by bullying yourself into going for your goals. I think it's about encouragement and support. And as you kind of realize this, and you drop that kind of those unhelpful beliefs you have about yourself and things, I think you'll be able to step into this whole new part of your life and feel much freer, and it'll be much easier for you, and it's going to kind of raise up everyone up around you as well. So it feels like, yeah, it's kind of telling you to kind of drop any kind of harshness, anything where you've kind of been forcing yourself to do something, or, like I say, beating yourself up over something. I think it's basically telling you that you'll get further, and you'll be able to kind of step into a whole new lease of life if you kind of ease up and kind of go with the flow a bit more, and be understanding of yourself more. I feel that that's going to be something that's going to help you get to where you're going, because the King of Cups is very understanding and kind and compassionate and creative, but he's still ready for an adventure, and he's still able to cope with whatever chaos is going on around him very serenely. He doesn't have to be trying to control everything. He kind of is able to cope with whatever comes along with his, with serenity and everything intact. So there's no real need to kind of put all these conditions on yourself and things like that, and be okay with being flexible and things like that. And that's kind of going to lead you to a much more freer, It doesn't mean you'll be out of control. It means you'll be more comfortable in your own skin and more comfortable with yourself going into this new phase. And then coming straight towards you, you've got the Queen of Wands. So this could be you, having done this, having kind of, the Queen of Wands has kind of sat there very casual. She's in control, but she's not rigid. She's very spontaneous and passionate and creative and fired up and very enthusiastic. So she's not really somebody who's rigid and kind of, definitely won't be somebody who would beat herself up about things that she doesn't do, and that she's more like she wants to do them. And I think it's important to sort of think of things in a way like what would light you up and make you inspired to change things, and rather than, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's like, what do I want to do, instead, because the Queen of Wands definitely does what she wants and achieves success, regardless, even if she's not sort of strict with herself and things like that. She just does things because she's really passionate about them, and she loves what she does, and she doesn't do anything that she doesn't enjoy. She puts her whole sort of heart and soul into what she does, and thoroughly enjoys it. And I think that's what that's saying is, get rid of this kind of bullying yourself into things and get more into, accepting that, yes, you're not perfect and there's going to be good days and bad days, and to be compassionate with yourself. But, you're still going to get successful. You're still going to have, get things done if you kind of loosen the reins a bit, it's and be flexible and be more sort of compassionate to yourself in the process. And the Queen of Wands is, she never would talk down to herself. She never would have that negative self-talk, she wouldn't do that. So she's very confident in herself. So I feel that that's hopefully what's coming out for you, out of getting rid of this mindset where you're kind of too set in your ways and too fixed on something, and too rigid, and sort of blaming yourself for this, that and the other. I think it's time to stop that, leave that whole attitude behind, and step into this more confident you that's sort of passionate about life again. You're going forward, we've got the Ten of Wands. So yeah, I mean, this is going back to what I feel about like the Emperor, where you might be putting too much on yourself and trying to fix everything and everybody, and you've got a lot of responsibility, or you've got a lot on your plate. And I think this is just saying, will be coming to an end now. I mean, this is definitely showing that that's true. And if you sort of assert yourself, stand up for yourself, rather than kind of put yourself down, or try and be too strict for yourself, you're going to get a lot more success by honouring your feelings and doing things from a place of that gentle compassion you have. That's where you're going to find your strength, and that's where the encouragement is much better than fear, if you see what I mean. And you'll feel more inspired, and you'll feel braver and more courageous, because you've kind of stopped giving yourself a hard time, if that makes sense. And then this is like you're almost at this point where this is the end of this feeling overwhelmed, and this is the end of this feeling like you're struggling, and you're not able to cope. You aren't giving up. I mean, you've been forcing yourself to do things, but now it's going to be like we're towards the end of this, and then the very next, once you've kind of got shaken that off, that whole kind of heaviness and that whole attitude of feeling responsible for everything, you're going to have this freedom that comes out. Now in this situation is this is like a lovely card of celebration, freedom. You've got this you're safe. You've got this kind of foundation of everything's okay in this new sort of stage of your life. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to be feeling safe enough to actually take time to celebrate what you've achieved instead of just being so hard on yourself all the time. And it's not just a sort of like, this is the end. This is like, there is more to come. So going forward, you're going to have a lot more of the good times as well. It's not just going to be all about work and effort and sacrifice. There's going to be rewards coming to you and reason to celebrate, and above all, sort of freedom from all this, freedom from this feeling of being overwhelmed, overworked, and pressured and burdened. Things, it's on the way out. So that's really good to see. Your hopes and fears going through this, I would say, releasing this temptation to be strict with yourself, or push yourself too hard, and maybe you work too much, or you have worked too much, and you don't dare stop, you don't dare kind of relax and enjoy yourself. I feel it could be you're worried you might miss out on opportunities, and that if you kind of be easier with yourself and be kinder to yourself, I feel that you might be worried that you might be missing out on what needs to, what you'd like to work on and have come to you. But I feel the Seven of Cups is like, well, I mean, the Four of Wands tells me that that's definitely not the case, and so does the End card here. And I think it just means you might find you actually get more choice, and you actually get more variety in life, and more, you can kind of do things that make you happy more often, in spite of what you might feel like now, whether you might feel like you shouldn't let go, and you shouldn't kind of, you have to keep pushing yourself, when really I feel like, you're going to have many choices, and there's going to be, and you coming from a place of honoring your feelings and honoring what's good for you and what makes you happy. You're going to be attracting the stuff that you need anyway. So I don't feel there's anything to worry about there with that one. And then the outcome is basically going to move to something better. So regardless of what your fears are, you definitely want to move to something better, and you want to kind of see what else is out there for you. But I feel this is a confirmation that yes, your burdens are going to be put down, because the next card is about this freedom and celebration, and then this is you moving to something much better for yourself, and you're not going to lose anything. It's just that you'll be wanting to go for more things in life that make you happy, and much more fulfillment, things like that. So it's 7-8. So this is like, you will have more choices and options. You will know what to go for, because you'll be going to be true to yourself from now on about what you really want and need. And you're going to definitely be moving towards something that's much better for you in the future. Okay, so let me just get a clarification on, whoopsie days, I didn't even say it. Yeah, didn't even get to say it. The clarification on that Eight of Cups, and you've got the Knight of Wands, so this is definitely, and then the Ace of Cups. So two clarifications basically. Knight of Wands is you're just going to go for it, and you'll kind of make it up as you go along if you have to. The Knight of Wands is somebody who just takes action anyway, and they don't mind, they'll just go off and have that inspiration. You've got a Queen of Wands here, so you'll be feeling inspired, you'll be feeling brave, and you kind of just cross whatever bridges come along when you come to them, I feel. So that you don't necessarily know how you're going to get there, but you just know that you're leaving this old mindset or this old situation behind, and you're just going to go for it, and you'll work it out along the way. But it's yeah, at the end of this, you've got the Ace of Cups. So this is a whole new, like uplifting and fulfilling time in life where you're going to be attracting all the good stuff. You're going to be have this so much more happiness come into your life. Love, if that's what you're looking for, is definitely something that could come in as well. But it's definitely kind of like a much more satisfaction and much more like a free flowing happiness and goodness all coming into your life as a result of this. So that's looking really good for you. So last thing is we'll just have a look at what this one wanted to say to you. So we've got beyond the mind. The mind moves us through the logistics of life so we can function in the world. However, endless mental chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories and subconscious programs can keep us in our suffering. Step outside mind-based limitations. Look at things in an overly logic way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. Well, the Emperor is very logical, and that may be saying, step out of that, as we were talking about before. Yeah, and obstruct your access to what your real powers are and what you're really capable of here. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what's really in front of you. Consider what your heart and gut are telling you. What would the situation at hand feel like if you released all fears and worries? Are these concerns even yours? Okay, so that's what I've got for you, pile one. I hope that was good. Thank you for watching. Hi, pile two. This is your reading now. So we've got this card here. We're going to flip over at the end. What we'll do is we'll do you a Celtic cross, and we'll just see with the tarot what comes out for you. And anything we need to clarify, we'll clarify as we go, okay? So let's make a start for you. So, whoops. Let's make a start for you. So, what messages do we have for everyone who chose pile number 2, card number 2, please? Let's have a look. Now, what's your energy? Your energy coming out here is the Emperor. You've got what's helping and hindering you is the Ace of Pentacles. What's brought you to this reading today is Judgment. Oh, we've had Judgment and the Emperor already today. That's interesting. In your subconscious, I've got the 6 of Pentacles. I've got the 4 of Cups in your conscious thoughts. Coming straight towards you, I've got the Knight of Wands. And then your energy going forward is the 9 of Pentacles. The situation or others, we've got the Queen of Wands. Hopes and fears is the Ace of Wands. Wow. And then outcome, we've got the Tower. Oh, okay. So let's just go through in order. And anything we need to verify, we'll verify as we go. So you've got some powerful cards going on here. So there's definitely some significant thing going on at the moment for you. And your energy is coming through as the Emperor. So this should hopefully see you feeling quite confident, feeling quite in control. Kind of wanting to sort of have a routine and a plan for success, and feeling quite determined, I feel. And then what's helping and hindering you? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So it's maybe something to do with starting your own business, or getting a new job, the way you can, feel a bit more like you're having a level up there. I mean, there's definitely a level up in the mix, because we've got the Judgment card in what led you to this reading. So it could be that you want to, you're looking for something that's going to be very solid and stable. You might want to be your own boss at the moment, and you have an idea for a new business. You're not afraid to work hard, because the Emperor will have that dedication and commitment. So if there's something that you're kind of trying to bring about, in terms of your material world, you have a new idea, you've got something you prepared to put a lot of time and effort into, to get some new money coming in, or some sort of positive move in your career. I feel like this is what the energy I'm getting here, because we've got an awful lot of wands and pentacles, so it kind of makes me feel like this is to do with work, or your material world more in some way than anything else. So let's see, we've got what's led you to this reading is judgment. So obviously the judgment is like you ready for sort of maybe to do something you've always wanted to do that you've maybe put off before, and you come to a point in your life where you want to kind of take back control and really go in a direction that's going to be much more satisfying and much more like authentic to you as you go forward. And it's something that will, you feel when you do this, make this change and step into this new phase, that is something that's going to help bring everyone up with you and help everyone around you. So yeah, I mean, you could be like a long time coming, like you're ready for like a major change, and to kind of take back control of your life, and bring more good fortune, and bring more money, and more comfortable living into your life, and you're not really afraid to work at it, I don't feel. And then in your subconscious you've got the Six of Pentacles, so there's definitely a sense of wanting sort of more abundance coming in, and to have more, maybe to sort of, I get with the Six of Pentacles is like having things be fair, so that what the work that you're putting into something, the effort you're putting into something, you're going to be getting back what you put in. You're going to have like a fair return on your efforts and things like that. So it's definitely something that's on your mind. And yes, having say more income, or more sort of secure income and things like that, and satisfaction from what you do. In your conscious thoughts you've got the Four of Cups, so you could be feeling a bit, if you're wanting this change, you wanting to take back control, it could be you're feeling that really life isn't really wowing you at the moment, and you feel like there has to be more to it, and whatever you're doing now doesn't feel, although it's sort of it's done its job, if you see what I mean, but it's not really been something that's been inspiring or kind of made you feel happy. You kind of like meh about life at the minute, and that's in your conscious mind now. So you definitely feel, I feel like you're definitely ready for a whole new change, and take it, feels like you want to take control, take your power back, take control of your life again, and kind of move it in a much more, in a direction that's going to kind of be much more secure later on, and much more rewarding and fulfilling on all kinds of levels. And it's like high time now for you to kind of make that decision, and get your life on track again how you want it to. And then the Knight of Wands in your immediate future is like this energy of, well, I just need to go for this. I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to get there. I will adapt as I go, but it's something that I definitely need to have action coming in and things like that. So let me just get another one for this night, because it feels like something, if there is an opportunity to have your own business or a new job or some new project or something is kind of coming in, it's going to fire you up, I feel. So let me just see, what does this Knight of Wands mean for pile 2, please? Get some confirmation on what this Knight of Wands is all about. This one's popping out. It is Page of Coins. Yeah, it feels like there is going to be something to do. You've got the Page and the Ace of Pentacles here, so it does feel like there's a new offer. It might not be something you can see yet, but I feel as you kind of embracing this wanting to change things up and wanting to kind of go in a whole new direction in life that's more suitable for you, and getting that power back, I feel that, you know, if an opportunity does come in, I feel like you're going to be ready to grab it this time, and really, this is sort of saying yes, go for it, and be prepared to kind of learn from scratch again. But at the same time, I think this time it's going to be something that's really going to be much more inspiring and much more satisfying from the get-go, with this Page of Wands coming here. And then your energy going forward is looking amazing, because we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is about having worked really hard, and achieved a lot of success through your efforts, and having more than enough. You're talking about your subconscious not feeling like maybe things were fair, or you had enough money to go around for what you need, and things like that, enough resources. This is an abundance of resources. This is somebody who's has been able to focus on what they're doing, and put a lot of effort and work and care into something, and actually have more than enough, and, you know, able to kind of manage things and manage in money a lot better, and know exactly how much they can spare, you know, how much fun money they're going to have, still be comfortable, still be secure. So it's definitely a good sign to see that coming along. And then we've got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands in a row. So the Queen of Wands, again, this is somebody who's very confident. It's a boss energy there, somebody who's very fired up for what they do. They really believe in what they do, and they get a lot of pleasure out of it. They don't care about what anyone else thinks about them, but then people tend to like them, do you know what I mean? Because they're very driven, and they're very enthusiastic and creative, and really lit up about what they're doing. So it's a totally different energy from the Four of Cups down here. This is somebody who's very passionate about what they do, and, you know, with the hopes and fears as well. You've got the Ace of Wands, so it's definitely, it's like an extra echo of, yes, it's out with the old, in with the new. Even on the card, you've got the castle in ruins down there, literally is out with the old, in with the new. So there's a whole new world opening up for you, exactly what you needed all this time, really, of you know, you taking control of your life, you deciding, right, I'm not going to sit in disappointment anymore. When an offer comes along, I'm going to grab it and really go with it, and worry about the details later. I mean, you've got enough pentacles here to make you practical, but at the same time, it's good to have the wand energy kind of to get you fired up, you know, and get you enthusiastic for what you do as well. Because when you love doing something, and you become good at doing it, if you love what you do, then the money kind of comes with it, you know, and you don't have to kind of think money first. But you have a really good mixture of wand and pentacle energy, which makes me feel this is very much like about your material world, and you know, opportunities and things that kind of come along, you're not going to miss this time. Whereas you might not have seen them before, this time you're going to be in your power more, and kind of much more confident, and you're going to feel capable and confident enough to take those opportunities as they arise this time. And then the outcome, we've got the Tower. So this is kind of like, I feel like as a result of this shift in how you feel about yourself and how you think about yourself, and what you're capable of and what you can achieve, I feel like, you know, this whole, everything in your life is going to be different for you. Going forward, you're going to have a much more solid, I mean, you've got the Emperor there in your energies. This is really good to be able to kind of have that total change that's, you know, needs to come. And then the Emperor to bring in something that's much more stable and solid for you, where you're kind of grounded, and you kind of got all the practical stuff, but you've also got the, you know, the inspiration and the drive and the creativity and things like that to make things interesting keep things exciting for you, and it's going to feel quite a radical change, I feel, for you. If you, up until this point, you've not really had sort of structure and you've not really known what you really want to do, this is kind of going on about your true calling and what is going to give you that fulfillment that you need and things like that. And it could be, you could take you out of your comfort zone, suddenly being, going for something and not knowing the plan and things like that, and maybe having to have self-discipline and things enough to kind of keep working at something. But I feel like with all these ones, it's not going to be feeling like it's boring or tying you down. It's going to be feeling more exciting, and there can be some major changes coming along that's going to reset your whole life, which is kind of what the Judgment card is all about. It's kind of like a big reset where you become your authentic self and you move up into a whole new phase of your life, really, and drop what hasn't worked and kind of take on what does and what's much more true for you going forward. Let me just get one more card for the Tower, just to clarify, because at the end of the day, the Tower is all about having something come along with divine intervention. So whether that's an offer you take, you're not really sure you should take, but you go for it anyway, or whatever might come along, it's for your greater good in the end of the day. It's to give you a much more solid base and something that's going to be much more longer lasting, and there's a lot more blessings that's going to come along as a result. So let me just get one more for the Tower. For pile 2, please. What does the Tower mean? I'll just double check. Okay, we've got one poking out. 8 of coins. Yeah, I think it's just success. It's going to be, the Tower moment might be, it's going to be hard work for you. It could be that you haven't had the discipline before. It's just like it is a card of mastering your skills, though. So whatever this new opportunity is going to be, I think it's going to take a lot of work. But with you've got the 9 of Pentacles as well, so I feel you're going to be having growth and abundance coming your way, and this time the work that you put in, your efforts are going to be rewarded, and then it's going to be a major change for you. So let's see. It's all good stuff, though. Let's see what this one was on about, shall we? So this little picture here. So communication, co-creation. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken, but if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. How are you communicating beyond words? Something may be getting lost in translation. An issue may be cleared through improved communication. Listen carefully to what someone has to say without interruption. Furthermore, it may feel scary to share vulnerable truths, but this may be the only way forward. This card also encourages greater exploration in the realms of telepathy, healing, and the arts, such as poetry, painting, and music, where there is collective communication beyond the mind. Well, all the ones are to do with creativity, so if there's something creative that you want to do, it seems like this is like a really good thing to add to your arsenal, if you see what I mean. And yeah, it's going to be, it looks like really good. There's lots of positivity. There's a lot of wands, so there's action, creativity, and a lot of pentacles. So it's all looking like you're going to have like a good overhaul in your general satisfaction with life, and you're feeling more inspired, and also having that ability to grow a really stable income that's going to kind of build over time. And you'll have the dedication to do it this time, I feel. You'll have the dedication, and you'll also have the inspiration that's going to help you stick with this and make it a success. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, pile 2. I hope that was helpful. Hello everybody who chose this one for pile 3. What we'll do is we'll do you a Celtic cross reading, and then at the end we'll turn this one over and see if there's any extra messages for you. Okay, so let's put this one to one side for now. Let's get you a tarot bit done. So have we got any messages or any guidance and advice for pile 3, please? So let's start with your energy at the moment coming through is the King of Pentacles. What's helping or hindering you is the Three of Pentacles. What's brought you to the reading is the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, there's a lot of pentacles. In your subconscious, we've got the Knight of Wands. In your conscious mind, we've got the King of Swords. And let's see that. Let's put them down a bit. And then coming straight towards you, we've got the Six of Cups. Your energy going forward from today is the Three of Wands. The situation or others, we've got the Eight of Swords. Hopes and fears is the Hangman. And outcome is Judgment. Alright, let's have a look. We'll go through and I'll clarify what I need to clarify as we get to it. Okay, so your energy coming forward is the King of Pentacles. So this is another work one again. This has been quite, I feel like this is about work or your material world in some way, because the King of Pentacles is somebody that's worked hard, and has could be getting you to kind of look at your finances, look at your material world, and kind of make sure everything's in order, everything's up to date, and you're watching, you're careful with your budget and things like that, and you're not kind of spending on stuff you don't really need and things like that. It's don't waste money, I guess, at the moment, because you have been working hard for it, I feel. And it's about having a structure and a plan and things like that, and being very sensible, and yeah, having all your kind of material world in order, basically. And then what's helping or hindering you is the Three of Pentacles. So you could be, work could be pretty good at the minute. You might be being called on to kind of showcase what you're good at and things at work. You could be wanting to work with other people. So this is definitely coming in as quite a positive influence, where you're enjoying working with the team, or there's a project you want to do in a collaboration of something that's going to be beneficial to all of you. So it could be work is very much on your mind at the minute. And what's brought you to this reading is where you've been working really hard up until this point. And it's just to let you know that your efforts are definitely worth it. And, what you've done so far is really great. And to keep going, keep working hard as you have been, because you're definitely being noticed for your skills and your dedication. That is definitely being noticed by people that maybe be able to help you in some way with your career. So that's cool. And then in your subconscious, you've got the Knight of Wands. So you could be maybe, because the Seven of Pentacles is about being patient, you could be kind of fighting with yourself not to kind of lose patience on things, and you want to kind of get things going more and have more results and things coming to you faster, but you will be getting there. I mean, you have been patient up till now, so just carry on putting that effort in, putting that work in. You are being noticed for what you're doing, so the rewards are going to be coming to you. And then in your conscious thoughts, you've got the King of Swords. So you're kind of it feels like you're very together, and you're very you've got a plan of what you need to do, and you're being very honest and truthful about what you're doing, and coming from a place of you being very, I think this is basically you being intelligent about how you go about work and your finances and things like that. So that's pretty cool. How that's like you definitely want to kind of get things sorted and have a plan of action, and have some success and victory going forward. So that's coming across with the King of Swords there, and then in coming straight towards you, you've got the Six of Cups. So this could be, as a result of your efforts, you could be getting helpful people coming along to maybe somebody at work, a boss, or someone you've been collaborating with is going to be helping you in some way, helping you your success move along in some way. It also could show that it's going to get easier as well. Things are going to get more straightforward and simple, and you're going to be getting rewards for the work that you've done, and the efforts that you've put in. You're going to get that coming back to you in a rewarding way there. Let me just get clarification on this situation. What's the Six of Cups coming in for specifically? It's also, about enjoy your success as well, be in the moment as well. You seem to be very dedicated, quite ambitious. It's going to be worth it. And this is just about enjoy what you've achieved as well along the way. Someone saying about King of Pentacles again. Wow. So yeah, you're definitely on the right track for building something really solid for yourself, and work and things like really well starred for you here. And that collaborating and having a helpful people around you, and that is going to help build on this this kind of legacy and this long-term wealth and stable material world that you've got ahead of you. So all your efforts, basically, is telling me at the moment, all your efforts are paying off, and just keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be in your subconscious. You've got this this ambition and this desire to have all this good stuff happen to you, and it's definitely showing that it's on the way for definite. And you being that great team player that you are, and being somebody who's kind of very diligent and working hard, is definitely being noticed. And you're coming from a place of integrity and doing what you need to do and being smart about things, and that is definitely paying off for you, because you've got this double King of Pentacles right next to each other, which is a really good sign that whatever ambitions and whatever goals you have in terms of your material world, it's all looking really great, and you're doing a great job. So your energy going forward is the Three of Wands. So this is basically, this is the results coming in of your all your dedication and all your hard work that you've done so far, and this is really confirmation to say that there are rewards on the way for you, and that you're going to start to see things coming in to kind of verify that yes, this has been worth it, and this is like your ship coming in normally, and this is the first victory of the One suit. So this is definitely victory coming out of all this effort and all this dedication that you've been putting into something, and this patience that you've had in spite of deep down wanting things to be moving a bit faster. I think you've been diligent, and you've been just kept your end of the bargain up and kept working, and and people in the team appreciate that, I feel, and you're going to be rewarded for that. And then we've got the situation, or others, we've got the Eight of Swords. So let me just clarify what that's on about. What's the Eight of Swords doing here? Because it doesn't seem to fit with the rest of it. Let's get some clarification. Sorry about my dog in the background. It's a star. So yeah, I don't think there's been any worries about money or any anxiety or feeling like, you know, you're trying to get this, you're wanting to have this more secure, more stable income, or sort out your money, or, you know, your career in some way, and you maybe have felt that you, no matter what, how much work you've put in, you've not really had been able to kind of free yourself from any say financial situation or stress involved with this, or any anxiety you've got. I think that's definitely going to be alleviating for you. You've got this healing star here where your wishes are going to be granted. So this is a really good sign that, you know, if there has been any money worries, or if you have been kind of pushing yourself really hard and being stressed about the future, or needing to build something for the future, I feel that the star is coming in to say, yes, this is just the first of many rewards you're going to be getting as a result of all this hard work you've been putting in. And you just have to kind of think about what you want to happen, and attract that, rather than any worries you might have about losing it or being stuck in any way. It's like unfounded. That's sort of just in your head. So I think whatever situation there is, that there is definitely a big hope for it. I mean, it's definitely looking like it's going to be sorted out. I mean, all these cards are really talking about having a reward for what you put in. And the last one especially is like, definitely, like, if you've acted with integrity and you've worked hard and you put in your efforts and things like that, and you come from a good place, which I can see you have, then you will be getting what you deserve coming out of this. This is basically what this card is all about, it's in the outcome. So definitely feel that, you know, there's plenty of clues to say that whatever you're hoping to achieve, and whatever all this effort has been for, is definitely on its way to you. And just keep believing it's true, and try not to kind of doubt it, and try not to be in your head too much, worrying about what maybe it won't happen, because I think it's definitely coming to you. There's lots of signs to say that's true. And then you've got the hopes and fears. Just let go and trust that this is on the way to you, and take away that mindset maybe that you might have had of worrying about the future and worrying about your finances and things like that. Try and let go of that mindset, and look at it like, yes, I'm doing everything I have done is building on this good karma. Yeah, so let go of that fear, basically, of things not working out, and look at it from a different perspective, and look at what you have done and what you have achieved, and really celebrate that about yourself. And then the Judgment card is coming in to say, yes, if you have acted with integrity and honesty, and you've been diligent, and you've put in the effort, and you've been patient, people have noticed this, and people are wanting to get to. It's like the Six of Cups is like a gift as well. So it's like being protected, and equal give and take, and things like that. And with these two King of Pentacles, it's even more so. I feel that, you know, the universe has got your back there, and the right people are noticing the effort you're putting in and appreciating you, and you are going to get the rewards that you've earned, basically. And it's all just about really keep doing what you're doing, keep working hard, believe that you deserve this, believe that you this is coming to you, and that will attract it to you as well. So that's a really nice, like really positive energy coming towards you of, you know, you being able to be this double King of Pentacles and really be comfortable and all your material needs met and everything under control, and you've worked hard and you are going to get the rewards coming to you. So that's really nice. So let's look at this last one and see what this one said, because we wait to the end for this one. So high heart chakra, ecstatic bliss. This card taps into the blissful oneness we feel as we drop our edges and protective containers. This is the place where we feel held and seen. I mean, the Six of Cups is a very kind, comforting energy of helpful people, of feeling protected. It's like a nostalgia, so going to a place where things are simpler and there's like this nice flow of giving and receiving love and warmth and comfort and things like that. So it's a really nice energy that you've got there, and you've got the security to back that up there, saying yes, things are going to be okay, you're going to be protected, safe, provided for. Yeah, so this is a place where we feel held and seen enough to flow into oneness, where the eternal part of me meets the eternal part of you. This is a selfless state where our higher selves commune for illuminating perspective on how we share, gift and lift others in our joyful overflow. Consider your life purpose by exploring what allows you to give into joy. Yeah, and the star, I feel, is just saying, you know, expect good things for yourself because you deserve them, and heal yourself from feeling anxious and trapped in a situation because you're doing everything right, and good things are definitely coming to you. If you focus on the good things that are coming to you, then they will do, you know, and that's basically what that's saying. So I hope that was useful for you, pile 3. Thank you very much for watching.